on the left, and the ball gets caught up amongst the number ones. George Merrick is the first one to get a stick to the ball. Brings it out through the ruck now, but it's turned around there by Matthias Vial. Pablo Vieira taking the ball forward now, and just trying to bring it out of the ruck. It's turned around there by Ollie Hipwood now, picked up by Gerstel. And it's going to be a backhand there, nicely done by James Harper, but it's turned around with a bit of interest by Pablo Vieira now. Around the corner comes Oliver Hipwood. Umpires have blown the whistle, and we'll wait and see if a penalty results. Two umpires are there on the field to watch each play from a different angle. And they're able to see who's closest to the line of the ball, who has the right of way, and whether another player comes in at an angle which may be considered to be an intimidation or a potential collision. So the first penalty hit of the game going to Chile. Matthias Vial will come back and take this. This is a defended goal penalty. So you'll see Oliver Hipwood in the goal area there, and he's hit it high, but it's gone left. So no score results. Vial was pretty accurate with his penalty hitting in the first couple of games, so he won't be happy with that. So James Harper will bring the ball in for England. And he taps it, brings it forward. Now Oliver Hipwood doing a bit of spoiling work in front. Harper puts the ball high in the air, now goes under the neck from there. It bounces off off the boards. Turned around there by Vieira. Vieira's shot covered there by George Merrick. He just takes the ball forward. Now you can see a couple of red shirts coming through. And, well, Pablo Vieira rode hard down that line. He thought he had it, and the umpires, I think, may have agreed with him. So they've been very, very strict on this turning the ball here in snow polo, because the ball stops in the soft ground quite often. Players turning the ball, if the ball doesn't get clear quickly, the horse is going to be in the way of the player coming down the line. So they've been very, I'd say severe, just very strict on the ruling that if you turn the ball across the line, you must be able to get out of the way quickly. And because it's a little bit slower here with snow polo is a bit more like rugby. The ball goes into the ruck, and whoever can bring it out gets possession. So collisions are a major consideration because players are playing so close to one another. Anyway, Matthias Vial takes the ball down into the right-hand corner from the penalty hit on the spot. Juan Martin. Gerstel takes the ball across the centre line now. No, it's picked up though by George Merrick, up to Oliver Hipwood. He puts it up to the halfway line. Now Vieira back there in defence now, turns the backhand around, goes through the all the ruck. It's backed out there by George Merrick, hits Matthias Vial's pony, and they take it out towards the sideline. So pretty scrappy here in the middle. Nobody able to get away just yet. And we've had a couple of minutes in this first chukker, just no dominance at all showing up here. So it will be Oliver Hipwood now with possession for England. Now he's got red shirts giving him a lead way down the field. Gerstel's there, just watching him now. He finally gets the ball clear. He can't cut it into centre field, but coming through is James Harper. He takes it on. That's a great shot by James Harper. This could be, oh, look at that backhand by Gerstel. Gee whiz, he got it out of real trouble there now. Around the corner goes James Harper, beats the hook of Matthias Vial. Coming up with the ball now is Pablo Vieira. Vieira can't quite get it though. It's going to be picked up by Harper, but it bounces off a pony and goes the wrong way. And Ollie Hipwood has to turn it around again. Pablo Vieira turns the ball up, hits Merrick's pony and bounces out in front of him. He's got a difficult shot for goal from here. Picked up by Harper. Harper's shot doesn't go all that far now. In comes Pablo Vieira. Vieira's shot now up over the 40-yard line, 60-yard line, and towards the halfway he goes across the field. He's got a couple of players behind him now. He drives it over the halfway line. In comes Vieira. No, it was Gerstel there now. It bounces up in front of Pablo Vieira once again. Gee, he's had about 10 shots at the ball here. Now he clears it up, gets away from the hook, runs it down now in his familiar #1 position, plays it up in the scoring zone. Who's going to be next to it? Oliver Hipwood plays a backhand shot, takes it out towards the boards. Now, Vieira once again looking over his shoulder, takes the backhand shot, but nicely read there by James Harper, gets the pony in the way. Merrick comes through now, and he's very quick to the ball, George Merrick. Plays the ball on the near side now, and Matthias Vial can't do much with it because the head of his stick's broken. So he's going to have to just play a spoiling game here, waits to see whether he gets a chance to get a stick. Away goes Pablo Vieira now, so that gives Vial time to go, but Pablo's only got one man supporting him at the moment. He's on his own, but he does it well on his own, but it goes wide, so we will see a hit in from the back line by England. Matthias Vial back on the field now with a stick that works, and it's picked up by Harper. Long, strong shot by Harper, but it's backed in there by Juan Martin Gerstel, and finally Merrick goes to chop the ball, but it hits a pony and bounces back the other way. Out on the boards, sitting deep, coming through Vieira, and, well, Vieira saw the ball had come off the boards on a line. He rode it hard. He's done that a couple of times here. Very keen to pick it up, and a cry of frustration from George Merrick. I think it was Ollie Hipwood down there in the corner anyway. It's now another defended goal penalty to Chile, and they will tee it up. Matthias Vial, I'm sure, will take this one again. He just didn't get the other one as accurately as he would like. So Ollie Hipwood in the goal. James Harper sitting out to the left. Matthias Vial takes the penalty hit for Chile. This time he's hit it straight through the middle, and he puts it in the air away from the defender. So Chile into the lead by 1-0. They've been strong right through this tournament, but they've had to play catch up the other two games they played. So this time, I think for the first time in this tournament, the third game they take the early lead. So, and George Merrick's pony just trips over on him and leaves him come down like that. But just the pony slipping over, and no harm done to horse or. Is the president of the Federation International de Polo. Mr. Richard Khalil is the president. He's from the United States of America, recently elected at the general meeting in December, and of course the new member of the Executive Council is the president of the Metropolitan Polo Club here in Tianjin, Mr. Pan. So we'll come back on, and the ball will be thrown in towards the sideline at the spot where the fall occurred. It's just slightly inside the Chile defensive half. Umpire Greg Kite just picking up the ball. So, Juan Martin Gerstel taps it up on his stick and gives it to him, and so it will. Well, Greg Kite just calling for some room down the centre there. You can see the conditions here now, very cold. The pony's breath clouding the centre line, and the heat coming off them. They don't want to rest too long, so Greg Kite says, come on, give me a line, put it in. In it goes. Dug out there by George Merrick, but no, finally it's Pablo Vieira. Now, it's Harper once again gets possession, but he can't get the next shot in, so Gerstel puts the ball over towards the sideline now. Harper with the backhand shot. And it's It's covered there by Pablo Vieira. Vieira's shot up to the halfway line. Harper's shot met there by Vial's pony. George Merrick, first one to get to the ball. He'll play a backhand into centre field, gives it to James Harper, but Pablo Vieira going out there. He'll just tap the little near side shot. Clever play, but it's going to be picked up. Look at the stick work there by George Merrick, but I think the umpires might have had an opinion about the way that was played. You can play a little shot onto a new line, but if you play it across a horse's feet, that's considered to be a penalty, so you'll see. I think it's Greg Kite there just conferring with the umpire by radio, and they've got radio communication with the referee and Campbell McNabb in the stands, and he has said yes, he thinks that shot was illegal, and a penalty will be awarded to England, and it'll be taken on the spot. There in the stands, Nicholas Kern-Denvers and Donald Pennycook from England and Canada respectively. So this time it's Ollie Hipwood will take the penalty shot, and he drives it down towards the back line, but it's not in the direction of goal. It goes out to the left. So Chile hanging on to that 1-goal lead and now get possession of the ball on the back line. So there goes the bell to signal 30 seconds left in the chukker. Matthias Vial will bring the ball forward. Just taps it now, drives it up onto the boards. Backhand there by James Harper, doesn't go very far. Hits Gerstlei's pony. And now Vieira trying to push the ball forward. Backhand there by George Merrick is covered by Matthias Vial. There goes the siren to end. It's right on the halfway line. We'll see the second chukker commence with a throw in on the halfway. That's about where the ball ended up. Chile would be pretty happy. This is a very tight game, not as flowing as the one before. Okay, underway now in the second chukker of the second semi-final. It's Chile in the lead. So they've changed ends. It's now England travelling towards the clubhouse end, and it's James Harper got possession, but it's dug out there by, I think it was Vial. So George Merrick has to go out to the side and get possession of the ball now for England. Now he's brought it into the zone. Drives it up towards the goal. Here's George Merrick looking good for England. That's their first goal. Great start to the second chukker for England. They push it out. Well, they bring it up to 1-1. Look at that lovely shot by George Merrick on the angle, and it's got enough bounce and enough drive, and he brings it through. I think it might have gone through the goal anyway, but he made sure of it. They're following it down the line, so a big hit in from Matthias Vial. Brings the ball up to halfway, well over halfway. Backhand by James Harper. George Merrick, the man who just scored the goal, coming to bring the ball around again. Matthias Vial trying to block the play, but it's picked up by Ollie Hipwood. His shot goes way down to the left-hand side. So the Chile team will hit him from the back. Matthias Vial brings the ball, tries to get it into centre field, doesn't want to go up along the boards here, but this time he does, and he puts a lot of swing on that, and it'll bounce down about the halfway line underneath the tables and chairs. Luckily nobody's sitting there. So Greg Kite will put the ball in. Pablo Vieira trying to dig the ball out of the snow. Well, they're all having a go at it. Ollie Hipwood trying to bash the ball out of the pony's feet. One more time, Gerstel puts the ball into the ruck. Now Harper cleans the ball up for England, takes it over to the boards. George Merrick coming through, stopped there by Matthias Vial. Merrick just taps the ball back now for Ollie Hipwood. Hipwood's on his own at the back, can't get the ball sitting up, and just umpire Greg Kite has called him for standing on the ball and not taking the shot. He stopped and dug it out of the ruck, out of the divot. And the rules say quite clearly there's Matthias Vial with that penalty shot. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it was his clearing shot that went under the table. And so, well, they've said that wasn't a foul, I'm sorry, he's just said the ball is dug in, had to stop play, and Hipwood quite rightly said, I didn't get a chance to play that, sir. So Pablo Vieira's shot goes across to the boards now. Chile. I'm getting my South American countries mixed up here. It was Brazil and Chile the last time I saw them play. Anyway, it's England with the backhand shot by Ollie Hipwood. In comes James Harper. He's actually called to leave it there by George Merrick, who gets a much better, cleaner shot at the ball. It bounces up in front of Vial, onto his lap actually. Turned around by Gesser, but it's Vial coming to the ball now. In comes Vieira. Vieira trying to get possession for Chile. He's got it too. Bring it along the boards. Now he unloads. Looking for Matthias Vial coming through from the back, and he's right there, but the ball bounces awkwardly for him and cleared nicely by Ollie Hipwood. Hipwood's shot to be covered by George Merrick. Goes down on the near side. In comes Gerstle. Gerstle can't pay the ball there, but it's going to be James Harper. Defensive play, gets on the stick side, takes it out towards the boards. He'll bounce it off there again. Gone in the wrong direction for him, but George Merrick says, thank you, James, I've got this one. Over. Near side, offside, offside. Now backhand by Gerstler, but it's going to be Matthias Vial. Doesn't get the length he'd like on that near side shot. Ollie Hipwood's got time to chop his backhand. Now Matthias Vial brings the ball forward. Now he'll try and bring it into centre field. Vieira's turning up on this one. He's got the line too. Won't try and play it too hard. Oliver Hipwood gets in the way. Vieira takes the ball down towards the back line, but it's gone to the right. So still no score resulting. 1-1 the score here in the second chukker. James Harper unloads, cracker of a hit in there, over the halfway line, it bounces, in comes Oliver Hipwood, nice backhand by Matthias Vial though, brings it out to the boards, the two number ones are there, Vieira and Merrick, but it's finally James Harper who cleans the ball up, takes it across the centre. It's gone way out to the left now. Ollie Hipwood just tries to bounce it off the boards and bring it up to the goal. Turned around by Vial. Vial's shot, Vieira's there, but it's back in by James Harper. Harper's gone right down into the left-hand corner. Oliver Hipwood's pony giving him a bit of a hard time and gives one Martin Gerstle a chance to get in there and play the ball, but it's picked up by James Harper. Harper brings it up to Hipwood. Hipwood and Matthias Vial just bangs it. Sees the ball, hits it. That's the way to play snow polo. You don't get time to tap and fiddle, and it's backed in there by and so we've got 30 seconds left in the chukker. No, we haven't. They'll stop the clock because the whistle is blown. James Harper shot down to the corner, was cleared by Vieira, and went up to about 70 or 80 metres out from the back line. The England player coming through there and his eagerness to grab that possession with the last few seconds of the chukker coming up. Coming across the line, so the ball will be taken up to the halfway line. There was some discussion there amongst the umpires. They decided that if the Chilean player had been allowed to take that shot rather than being fouled, he would have hit it up at least to the halfway line, so his next shot would have been there, and so that's what they're going to do. They're going to put it on the halfway line for a penalty 5B, and it will be taken by Matthias Vial, 6-goal player, playing number 3 for Chile. Chile actually only rated on 15 goals for this tournament, but they're certainly playing up to the 16-goal standard required, and haven't lost a game so far, and they're all square here with England. Now, James Harper and Matthias Vial going for the ball there on the boards. Vial tapped the ball around a concerned face there. I think it might be. So it's considered to be too hard to get off the boards there, so they're thrown towards the sideline. And eventually it's Gerstel takes the ball towards the goal. It hits a pony. He's got the near side shot from here. No, he hasn't. And it's turned around there by Ollie Hipwood. Out comes George Merrick. Pablo Vieira has got the ball, but its siren ends the second chukker. And in a tight game. It was 1-1 after the first. England coming back into it with a nice goal by George Merrick to even the score. So just a goal each at the halfway mark. So much tighter game than the last one we saw, but plenty of good hitting going on, but these teams really able to mark one another quite well. So well, now start of the second half, the third chukker. George Merrick steals the ball out of the line-out, takes it down the field and puts the second goal on the board for England. So, well, a bit of a turn up there. That's the first really free hit we've seen him. Look at him coming in here. He got 2 or 3 lengths clear. Beautiful hit at goal again. That's 2 very good goals to George Merrick. So, bit of pressure on Chile now to try and work out what they can do to stop this England forward attack. George Merrick, the number 1, has managed to get a couple of free hits at the ball. Chile haven't been able to do that so far. They've got 1 goal from a penalty. So Matthias Vial will hit the ball in for Chile now. Looks like he might be trying to just keep control. No, it's in his nature to get the ball up front, and that's what he does. And Pablo Vieira is there, takes the ball onto a little new line, and following through is Gerstel. And, well, it's back there by Ollie Hipwood, picked up by Matthias Vial. Vial will bring the ball around now. It's getting gloomy here. The snow and the clouds starting to settle in. In comes Matthias Vial, real snow polo here. Vial's doing the same thing as George Merrick, and it's left sitting there now for James Harper to clear the ball. Well, Merrick can get his through, but Matthias Vial just overran the ball a little. So around the corner comes Pablo Vieira. Vieira's shot is stolen there by Ollie Hipwood. Hipwood turned around there by Vial. Vial shot into a bit of traffic, but it's picked up now by Vieira. Pablo Vieira bringing the ball around the corner. He'll run it in towards goal. Pablo Vieira equals for Brazil, for Chile. And, well, only just getting there, but you can see how dim it's getting here. Plus, we're finding it hard to find. Look, here we go with the replay. And Vieira for Chile. Just drifting the ball over the line. That's all it's got to do. It's just got to cross the line to score. 2-2 the score now. And quickly a replying number 1's goal from Chile to the... now, Vial takes the ball right out to the side. Don't think he wanted to go in quite that angle, but he'll still keep possession of it. And he'll dig it out on the boards. Finally cleared out by Ollie Hipwood now. Merrick, and he's a dangerous man around the goal. Here's this man, George Merrick, again, but he doesn't get the angle on it this time. In comes Vieira. Vieira's little cut shot. Puts it up in front of James Harper, who'll run it down to the back line. And so Matthias Vial will hit in for Chile. Brings it across to the left-hand side this time now, trying to run it up the centre. Successful. Oh, great long shot there by Matthias Vial, but unfortunately the pony slips as he's coming round to follow up on that play, and he hits the deck. But the pony's on its feet, and shortly Matthias Vial will be too. But he'll feel that one when he gets in the shower tonight, or goes to... Probably need a bit of a hot bath and a massage after that, because he landed quite heavily on his hip. Now here we go. He was just coming around the corner and bang. Oh, the other pony banged into him, I think. So he rolled a bit there. It's not a good fall. But Chile's pretty happy now. They've managed to reply to that goal. We only saw a goal each in the first two chukkers, and now just halfway through the third chukker. Both teams have managed to do it again. Not sure if the umpires... Well, they'll throw it towards the sideline there, but... It'll be just occurred almost on halfway, so whether they'll throw into the right or the left, we'll wait and see. Matthias Vial back on board and are ready to go. Well, I'll take it up to where the ball had reached when the whistle blew. So that's from the Chilean point of view. They're on the attack, left-hand side of the field. So they'll get a bit of open stick side to play with if they can get possession out of the line-out. But it's going to be finally James Harper who gets possession for England, but fighting hard for it there is Matthias Vial. Harper, though, gets a backhand in eventually. Pablo Vieira is coming for Chile and plays the ball onto the boards. Picked up there, no, it wasn't by Merrick. Turned around by Vial, but the only man is going to be there to take the next shot is James Harper for England. His shot hits Gestel's pony, and it's Matthias Vial on the boards now. Vieira goes to give him a lead down the centre. James Harper's got it covered. His backhand shot now will be chased in towards the boards by Vieira. Picked up by Hipwood. Gives him a bit of a bump. Umpire's not happy. So the whistle blows and umpire's just giving a little bit of benefit of the doubt there, but it's hit to England. Oliver Hipwood got the ball. And the Chilean player trying to block him on the boards and actually came across in front, prevented the shot. So now it's Oliver Hipwood again, digging the ball out. And again it gets caught in a divot, so he has to try and play it out. Finally he gets a hit at the ball now, and it takes it into centre field. Comes off Harper's pony though. Merrick's over the ball, picked up again by Hipwood. He's got the goal in front there now, but you never get a clean shot at the ball here. In comes one Martin Gerstel. In comes Matthias Vial. In comes Oliver Hipwood. His chop shot goes off the back end of a pony there, and George Merrick plays the shot down across the goal. Now, big angled shot here from Harper, and it's successful. That's a great goal from the England captain. Well, from there he can see very, very little of the goal. He's got to turn his head. You watch here. He's got to play the ball right out the back of his horse and then bounce it through. And up goes the paddle. So England into the lead again, 3-2. So can Chile pull off one of their come-from-behind performances here? And Matthias Vial hitting from the back line. George Merrick drifting across the line in attempting to stop that ball, so he will. So, and a long, strong shot there from Matthias Vial from the penalty on halfway, but it goes to the right of the post. So a let off there for England. They'll quickly try and get the play back in, ball back in play, and up into the attacking half. James Harper in these very dim conditions here at the moment. Real snow polo stuff, this. James Harper shot is going to bounce it over the sideline, and people ducking. It's only a softball, don't worry, won't hurt much. So, Greg Kite. He's caught up amongst the number ones. Who's trying to dig it out there? Pablo Vieira has a go, and finally it's Hipwood, whose pony kicks the ball now. Vieira's got to get out of the way. Waits for Hipwood to play the ball. He'll go with him into the ruck. It's played soccer there by Matthias Vial. On the near side is Harper. Vial. Ball can't get the backhand in. In comes Merrick. He's dangerous in this position. Turned around there by Gerstel. Picked up though by Harper. Harper trying to run into the goal. And only hits the ball. And it's through. And as the bell rings with 30 seconds to go, I think it's going to be England will go into the final chukker leading by 4-2. There it is. And Harper's shot bounced off the pony and through the goal. So England now out to a 2-goal lead. They're looking pretty handy here. There's the end of the third chukker. Chile now, as I said, they've done this twice. They've been behind going into the last chukker, and they've pulled out a spectacular goal almost at the end of it. They'll equalise and then come through. So they're very determined, never give up. But England certainly having the better of that third chukker. They scored 3 goals there, just to the one from Chile, and looked very, very positive in attack. So interesting last chukker coming up. So there you see umpire Greg Kite just having a chat to the players about where he wants to line up to start the final chukker in this exciting second semi-final. England pushing out to a 4-goal-to-2 lead, possibly against the run of play a little bit. Chile was very dominant in the first chukker, but now England with the ball again now, going in the other direction, down to the clubhouse this chukker. Chopped out there by Gerstel, but it's picked up by Ollie Hipwood. He goes on the near side, but he's pushed it out to the right, so no score results. And Chile will say thank you very much. We'll better get back in this attacking zone. So England, 4-goals-to-2. We're in the 4th chukker. As before, if Chile are able to equalise, we'll see a penalty shootout, but they seem to be able to find a bit of an extra gear in the last chukker. They have the last 2, but it's George Merrick putting a damper on that, and it's running down towards the goal. In comes Harper, in comes Matthias Vial, plays the backhand shot, picked up by Julian Hipwood, and he'll put it through. Sorry, by Oliver Hipwood. Julian was the previous generation. So England push out to a 3-goal lead now. Now the pressure's on Chile. Chile out towards the corner they go. Not able to keep possession, and George Merrick turns around for England. Well, if he can pop this one through, and Merrick's so accurate in front of goal, and that's another one to England. So what a way to start the last chukker. Out they go now to a 4-goal lead. So now desperate stuff for Chile. They will. So Matthias Vial will do what he knows, and that's run the ball hard, but it's turned around. Merrick's done a great job in the one position for England today. He's hit goals, he's trapped the ball, but here comes Vial with the ball now. He'll try and keep control of it, runs it out, it's gone high. Oh, picks it up on the half volley now. Harper, backhand shot, helped on its way by Ollie Hipwood. Now coming up there is Gerstel, and he knocks the head off his stick. So it's George Merrick takes the ball out towards the sideline. Vial, so he's got one Martin Gerstel, but can't get the pass to him. He can't even get the ball. It's picked up by Harper, but now he gets the pass. George Merrick knows that Gerstel hasn't got a head on his stick, so he's got to play just totally defensively now, but he'll stay in there. Try and stop Ollie Hipwood bringing this ball in towards goal. Runs it across the centre. Vial pulls the whip, goes for the cut shot from here, but Harper goes in and makes him work for it. Vial trying to get the pony round the corner. He knows he's got a man with no stick in front there, so he's going to try and keep possession, but no, he doesn't. He has to hit it away eventually, and it's picked up by George Merrick. Takes it down towards the corner. Harper. It's gone over the back line, so Matthias Vial will take a bit of time taking this hit as one Martin Gerstel goes for the... You can just see his stick, well, what's left of it, the head of it, sitting in the snow there. So umpires say can't have any more time play. So they do, they hit it in. Harper's covered there for England. Vieira and Merrick, the 2 number 1s going for the ball. Finally, it's Merrick gets the hit in now. Hipwood coming around the corner. Gerstel's got a new stick, brings the ball forward. Vieira plays the hook shot. Leaves it there now for Matthias Vial, but not a lot of structure in this Chilean side at the moment. I keep getting that wrong. I do beg your pardon. Anyway, it's off the boards. And now it's Gerstel. But Hipwood takes possession on the boards, plays the backhand, comes into centre field. Vial picks it up. Now Chile might have a bit of room here, but in comes Harper. Gee, he's played hard and tight today. Merrick's turned the ball again. He sits out there waiting for those opportunities. Hipwood's come around the corner, right around from the back now. Oliver Hipwood. Now Harper following through, puts the ball just a little bit to the left, backhand by Gerstel. Stopped there by Ollie Hipwood. Hipwood shot down in front of Vial, who brings the ball forward, but Hipwood's there in time. He takes it forward, picks it up about knee-high. Gets a bit of smooth ground, so he's got a good backhand chance here. Merrick helps it on his way. Not only helps it, he gets a bit of interest on it too. In comes Vieira. Vieira's backhand shot runs into Vial, but that's okay for Chile because Vial's out in the clear here for a little while. Now he's got room, but he just finds the traffic on the way through, and Merrick's trying to dig the ball out, but that ball had come on a different line. So hear the sound of the umpire's whistle. We'll just see what they decide. But gee, Chile's got a lot of work to do with 1:30 to go and 4 goals behind. They need 4 goals now just to get a penalty shootout. So what was proving to be an incredibly close game for the first half, 1-1 the score. And then suddenly England pushing that out to 2-2. And then eventually 4 goals unanswered, making it 6 goals to 2. So chance here for Chile though. Matthias Vial. He's a very big, strong man. Can get plenty of pressure, length on the ball. Hits it very hard, but accuracy is what matters here. It's a defended goal. So Oliver Hipwood will stay in the goal mouth and try and block it if it's along the ground. Vial puts the ball high in the air, and that is a goal. Umpire has signalled a goal, so Chile pull the lead back just a little. It's 3 goals the difference now, 6 goals to 3. Well, I think the umpire signalled a goal. I'll hit it from the back line anyway. The scoreboard hasn't changed. Yes, it has now. 6 goals to 3. So from the back, James Harper, long, strong shot. Merrick comes through, plays the near side backhand. Clever play because he's got Harper turning up, but Vieira's read that beautifully too, and he'll go round the corner with it now. He's got the new line, just taps the ball, keeping control of it, drags it through the traffic. Now he's got it on the stick side, trying to bring it down to goal. Well, it gets caught in a divot. Matthias Vial driving through now. He has to drag the stick over now. Merrick steals the ball for England, turns it around, away he goes. He's the danger man here now, and he's been very accurate, but this time he's mishit a little and it goes across to the boards. And Juan Martin Gerstel goes to play him, but there goes the bell. There's 30 seconds left in the chukker, and I think that's probably not enough time for the Chilean side to score 3 goals to force a playoff. So over the back line now, they throw it in quickly. There's 8 seconds left. Who gets hold of it? Picked up there by Vial. Vial will try and bring it down the field now, and he just got about 60 yards. But there goes the siren. That's the end of the tournament for Chile. And England have played themselves into the semi-finals of the World Cup Snow Polo 2013. And here on a very, very overcast day, it's got extremely cold now. And those players will be looking forward to getting into a bit of warmth. The horses will get rugged and taken home, and England will have a smile on their face. And Chile will now join New Zealand in sitting out the rest of the tournament. And we'll have another 2 semi-finals tomorrow to see who's going to be up against Hong Kong and England to decide the finalists for the 2013 World Cup now. South Africa and Canada play off, and then Argentina and France.